This is the secret to the song.
As a music educator, I always believe that you need to get something on autopilot first. Get this chord progression well in your hands so that you're not thinking so hard about it. You might be thinking about it, but not, the muscles are going to kind of take over for you. So practice these chords without even doing the singing. You can even write them down on a piece of paper. On the chord chart that I have, you have a box diagram, so you don't have to write them down. You can just follow along. So do that first, and then try putting the words with it.
Let's go back a few years. I wanted to learn the song Stand By Me. And I remember at the time writing down these chords here. So you play 2 bars of C, 2 bars or measures of M, 1 measure of F, 1 of G7, and 2 of C. And then you repeat for each verse. This is the secret to the song. Now, what I have done in my own music sense that shows that I wasn't paying attention is that I've written down all of my music like this. And I got this music off of country music lyrics. And as you see, there are, how many times do I play the C? Do I play it once or do I play it 5 times? That makes a difference. Looking here, you see that you play C twice, AM twice, F once. That keeps you in line and tells you what to do. So, thanks to Lisa on Ukulele Fool, I was inspired to come up with how to learn any ukulele song in 6 steps. This covers everything. Really, I mean, this puts you in the game. As you can see, I've been using incorrect sheet music. Now, you can make a lot of songs without any music at all. You can play and sing and jump up and down and do all kinds of stuff and maybe do fantastic things. But if you want to play songs that other people play, you really need the right kind of music. I played Down in the Valley with my own music, but it's not as exact as this music because this shows you when to start playing the chords and how many times you play each chord. This is the chord progression. So you don't play a chord here. You play 1, 2, 3 bars of F. You play C7 once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, where I was just doing it whenever I felt like it or whenever it sounded good. So first, you need to have the right sheet music. And the sheet music should show the chords and it should show the measures because each measure is a part of the chord progression. This songbook here is great in that it also has the tabs. So tabs are really simple for ukulele players to play the individual notes. And that is super cool. And as you go along, you might want to hear the specific melody of the song. And so this is very useful. Of course, it has the measures, it has the chords, it has the lyrics. And here you got multiple verses. Super. The daily ukulele books also are written perfectly for this. Tells you when to, the chords, It provides the measures, everything you need, lyrics. The difference is here, you have to be able to read the notes, the musical notes. This is not quite as easy as tabs, but it is very good, and this will help you. If you take the trouble of learning how to read these notes, that will help a lot. So the Daily Ukulele, and I've got 2 or 3 of these books. This is the leap year edition. So I've got about 700 songs just in the 2 daily ukulele books I have. They cover most of the songs anybody would possibly want to play, including this one I've been looking at 3-4 times. So I can play my finger picking here. Morning has, and then when it gets to broken is when you start playing the chords. You play C, then D minor and G. So you got to have the right music. Have a copy of the sheet music before you with chords, measures, and lyrics. The Daily Ukulele Music works great, as do these books. These people have a number of different books, and they're simple and easy to use. The sheet music shows you exactly when to start singing, exactly how many times to play each chord. Individual notes are also provided if you want to include them, and I find that very handy. That's step 1. Step 2 is to determine the chord progression of the song, and that's what Lisa was talking about. This is the chord progression of this song. You should learn how to play the chords, just a bit how to make the chords, then how to play them in order. Now, that's going to require you to determine whether you're going to be using finger picking or strumming, because you really need to learn how to play this chord progression with the pattern that you're going to be using. So, you've got to learn the individual chords, which is step 3. You know the chord progression, you can make the chords. Now you have to learn the finger picking or strumming pattern that you're going to use. It may well be that if you know the island strum, and this is an island strum song, then this will take you 5 minutes. If it's an island strum song and you don't know how to do it, this could take you months or weeks or days. It depends on how much time you spend practicing. I would recommend, just for sanity's sake and common sense, that you begin with simpler songs with fewer chords, easier chords, and easier strumming patterns. That just makes sense to me, and gradually increase the difficulty, increase the strumming patterns, difficulty in finger picking and so forth. It's okay to play 5 songs in a row with 4/4 time finger picking, which to me is about the simplest way to play ukulele. Or thumb strum down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. Start where you're at. Don't start where Ukulele Mike is, or or anybody else for that matter. Gradually go up over the long haul. I would recommend, though, doing every song following these steps here. That will make things so much easier, and focus on one song at a time. So, step 1, you have a copy of the music in your hand. Step 2, determine the chord progression of the song. Step 3, learn the individual chords. Step 4, learn the strumming or finger picking pattern. Now these things can take a long time or a very short time depending on how many chords and styles of play you know already, whether you're using these or not. If it's something difficult, if you're trying a song that has lots of difficult chords, it's going to take you a lot longer, as it will if you're trying to leap forward into more difficult strumming and finger picking patterns. 5, be able to easily play the entire chord progression. And this is the specific point that Lisa was making in what she was saying. Be able to play before you start singing. Be able to play that song, the entire chord progression, smoothly using the strum that you want before you start singing. Now, in reality, I probably don't do that because I just want to sing. But I keep it in mind that that is the ideal. When I feel frustrated, it's because I'm trying to sing and do other things before I can play the song. And by the way, step number 6 is singing the song. Now, how you're going to sing along with ukulele, well, if you look at let's see, I think Daily Ukulele does this a little better. They will give you some tips in the music, like you see this word is divided and so forth. And it'll tell you when to start singing. And that helps a lot. If you don't know how to sing, if you've got no confidence, then singing is something that's going to take as long as learning the ukulele maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I love to sing and I wanted to sing. And I sung really badly for a long time, as my wife Ginger will tell you. But finally I began to sound a little better, and she's either gotten used to me or I have improved. But keep the singing down here at last. Once you can play the ukulele, that will be cool. Once you can play the chord progressions, that's cool. Then listen to the song that you want to play. Listen to it many times and begin singing along. You might even want to sing along karaoke or something before you try to actually play on the ukulele. This is not really about singing here. This is about the progression to go through to get to the point where you can start singing more comfortably with ukulele. If you can't play ukulele and you can't sing, it's extraordinarily frustrating. But if you can play the ukulele and you can play the chords, then you can get into the singing, I do believe. So there. Thanks, Lisa, for sharing that tip with me. I was amazed to hear that. I've heard it before, and from Ukulele Mike in particular said you have to play a finger picking pattern or a more difficult strum than you used to, maybe hundreds of times before you get that. It takes time to do some of these more complicated tasks. So I was glad to hear what Lisa said. It made a lot of sense to me. It inspired me to make this little sheet here that I think is going to help me a lot. And every time I start getting frustrated, I can go back to this sheet and find out what the problem is. Do I have the wrong music? Do I not know the chords yet? Can I not play yet? Or am I stuck in step 6 with singing? So there. I hope everybody's having a great day. I am too. It's October the 12th, 2023. amazing day. We finally got rain yesterday, last night, and I don't think it has rained since August. Thanks for watching.